Hi, everyone. I'm Eric Bowling. Welcome to Cashin In, our Cashin In crew this week. Wayne Rogers, Jonathan Honig, Michelle Fields, and Jamu Green. Welcome, everybody. President Obama saying he'll be making no apologies for releasing 5 high-ranking Taliban terror suspects in the Bergdahl prisoner swap. But take a look at this. Over $1.5 trillion has been spent fighting creeps over there in the war on terror, not to mention the thousands of our soldiers killed. Jonathan, did the president's deal just ensure we'll be losing more blood and treasure in the war on terror?
No question, Eric. I mean, a soldier's job is to destroy the enemy, not to be made a sacrifice for him. And that's exactly what we've done. I mean, the president sacrificed American men searching for a deserter, someone who I understand turned into an Islamist, someone who denounced the United States. We sacrificed the country by releasing, not, what did you say, creeps, but by releasing the enemy, releasing people who have made war against this country. And for the president to be just so nonchalant about it, oh, yeah, they might return to the battlefield, to me seems like complete dereliction of duty for the commander-in-chief. But what says it all is that we've sacrificed 1 penny of American taxpayer dollars by buying these Islamists halal meals and prayer rugs for the last decade. It's a total appeasement, and that's why we're losing the war on jihad.
Sure. And Michelle, let's talk about this a little bit. The Taliban commander told Time magazine this week that, yeah, guess what? We're going to kidnap more American soldiers. We're going to do that because we can trade them for Gitmo terrorists.
Exactly. And the Wall Street Journal is reporting that one of the detainees whose return has already told his family that he plans on waging war on America. So what this president did is he made a deal with the devil for a deserter, a man who didn't even like America, who didn't want to be American. And this president claims that he has a no man left behind policy. I guess that didn't apply in Benghazi. And what he's telling these people, though, is that these terrorists, is that he will negotiate with them and that Americans can be used as bargaining chips.
Jamu, is there any defense of the way, first of all, the way this has gone on, but most specifically, the way President Obama took that victory lap in the Rose Garden with Bergdahl's family, and then Susan Rice went out and said this man was he served honorably and with integrity. Boy, they really flopped on this one, didn't they, Jamu?
Hey, I don't think the victory lap was necessary, but there may be legitimate questions about Bergdahl's capture, but what is not in question is that this is America, and we bring our soldiers home first and ask questions later. We are at war with the Taliban. That war is coming to an end. There is a core principle core military principle. We don't leave our soldiers behind.
I'm sorry for cutting you off, Jamu, but isn't part of the problem that the war isn't exactly over yet? We still have thousands upon thousands of troops there. I got to move on to Wayne. Wayne, I want you to weigh in on this, the way they rolled out this victory lap and this ridiculous video that the Taliban is now showing, where we're actually shaking the Taliban's hand to get Bergdahl back. It makes my head explode. Go ahead, Wayne.
Well, I think there are so many questions here. I mean, Jamu refers to the fact that this guy was a soldier. I'm not so sure he was a soldier. This guy may have been as it turns out, he could easily have been somebody who's a traitor. You know, we don't know that yet. The people who know better than anybody else are his platoon leader and all of the people he served with, and they say he was a deserter. So, I mean, that makes it, why is he a soldier under those circumstances? No, it's a bad swap. I'll tell you something else. It may have been illegal, too. The president may have done an illegal thing, and the way that when you talk about Susan Rice, for God's sake, I mean, this is the second time she's gone on and told obvious lies. She's prompted by the administration. This is all political. They're saying Republicans are political. They are making it political.
Watch the politics played. Hold on, guys. I got to do this. Watch the politics played right here. Here's Maria Harf, who a spokesperson for the administration, taking a shot at those people that Wayne points out, the platoon leader and several others who've come out and said Bergdahl was a deserter. Listen.
It happened 5 years ago. This was a situation.
You've had all this time, 5 years, to determine whether he was a deserter or not. That's a long time.
He's been in captivity, Lucas. I think he's probably the person who knows best what happened on that night.
Well, I think that his squad mates have the best indication.
I don't think that that's the case.
So this video has really made anyone who's been associated with a military family, have someone there, know someone there, makes their head explode, because here's a woman from the State Department saying, no, the people who Bergdahl served with, they don't know what really went on. We know what really went on. Let's take it around the horn. Michelle, you want to kick it off?
Well, look, I think that this entire swap was political. What happened is this president was in a big scandal with the VA, and the military community was mad at him. And I think he rushed this in order to change it, to distract people. The intelligence community, the Pentagon, they all said no to this. Even Hillary Clinton, when she was at the State Department, said no. But the president rushed this. There wasn't even time for people to push back, and it was exactly because he wanted to distract people from the VA scandal and throw a bone to the military, and it backfired.
Go ahead, John.
And Eric, I just say, everyone's saying, well, we brought our soldier home, and that's what matters. That is completely out of context of the reality.
America.
Here, to Michelle's
That
point.
is what matters.
Well, it doesn't matter when you release
To
killers.
me, he renounced his citizenship. He renounced his citizenship.
Bottom line. Bottom line. If you don't know the difference between
Jimmy, hold on. Let me get John in here. I'll let you respond to John.
Yeah,
Go
let
ahead,
me just make my point. It's out of context. We released killers who make war against the United States. That's why it's always been our policy, to Michelle's point, not to engage in these type of terrible swaps. And if you say the war is coming to the end, we've lost it. If you really wanted to win the war, we would have declared war on jihad. We would have shot everybody at Gitmo and said this is our response to militant Islam.
We're going to run out of time again, guys. Wayne, real quick, and then go ahead. You can wrap it up.
At the risk of being the senior person here, I served 3 years in the military. I know who knows me best. I know the people I served with. They knew me best. I knew them best. When you have to rely on people like that, you don't think of this as anything else. Those are the people. If they say he's a guy who deserted, he's a deserter.
All right, we're going to have to leave it there, Jimmy. I apologize. Said I was going to give you the last word. We absolutely ran out of time.